Tell me what it was like to be the president of this organization when everything fell apart in the economy. What was it like? What did you hear from members?
But really, when in a changing economy, there's always somebody making money. I can recall during the 1970s when the economies were flat, permanent life insurance was a guaranteed return, and so we emphasized that. And then during the 1980s, when the economy was raging and money markets were 11%, you could buy an annuity, a fixed annuity for paying 13% tax deferred. So we sold the heck out of them. And buy term and invested difference had a lot of meaning during those times. And that's when certain companies got started in promoting buy term and invested difference. And then the 1990s came along when housing values just fell off like crazy. So we have the ability, we don't call on real estate agents when the housing economy is cruddy. And we can call on the bankruptcy lawyers because they're making money hand over fist. So we have that ability to pivot to who's doing well. And during the 1990s, I can recall how are you building equity how are you building assets in your estate, would ask a client. And I remember the round table teaching me, look, use your permanent life insurance as your fixed asset because it's got guarantees. And yes, it might only be 3 or 4%, but that's better than staying flat like your home values are staying flat. And if you need to borrow money, don't borrow the equity that's not growing, borrow from the equity that is growing.
Right.
So we leveraged our life insurance. And all of this I learned from the roundtable. I learned coming here to learn from people that were smarter than me, that had been through these economies and had learned that sort of thing. That's the wonderful part about coming to meet with roundtable people is there's always somebody that's up. I mean, yes, there are people that attend a meeting or come to a committee meeting and they're having a bad week or a bad month or a bad year. But if there's one person that's having a bad time of it, there are always 4 that have found a niche and they have learned to work that side of the street. We're so fortunate. We promote industry and a product and a way of building assets that when there's a recession, we have guarantees. When the economy is raging, we have the anchor to windward. And we always have tax advantages and a balloon payment at some point in time. We just have a way to pivot to good stuff.
Yeah, I remember there was an attorney with Manulife, I think Mort Greenberg was his name, and this was around the 1990s when things were pretty good. And he said, if you can't sell life insurance in this economy, you'll never be able to sell life insurance.
Right.
And now fast forward to 2017, and that's the same way now. If you can't sell life insurance in this economy, you'll never be able to sell it. And now there are ways to illustrate the equivalent return that you'd have to make on a taxable investment to equal what the tax-exempt payout is on a life insurance policy, and it could be double-digit, the difference. And that, to me, is huge. That has made a ton of difference in my practice over the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
To be able to show the taxable equivalent of the tax-exempt buildup and the tax-exempt payout of this product. It's just an amazing thing.